What is going on, traders? Welcome back to the Traveling Trader. Happy Friday to you. It's been about a week. I've been pretty busy with personal stuff as well as work, but no fret, I'm back now. I've been rather active on the Discord as well as the trade alerts. If you want access to the trade alerts and the Discord, link is in the description. Let us jump right into it. Market cap at 132 bills. Since we saw that surge on Bitcoin that took us to about 4,100, we are now back to around 3830 on Bitcoin, and the whole market cap is kind of, in a consolidation phase from that little rally that we saw about a week ago. All right, so looking at prices in terms of BTC, just a couple of standouts really, and we'll get into the coins that we sent out trade alerts for as well. BNB continues to be a heavy hold in my portfolio. This is one of the longest standing coins in my portfolio, and actually one of the coins that on its own does not look like it is part of the bear market. It is over 100% gains since November. Again, I'll go over BNB in a second. IOTA doing okay, up between 4 and 6 percentage points over the last week or so. Again, this is in BTC value. Ontology doing real well, up 17% over the last week, and BAT up 25.8%. One that is not in the top 10 but went absolutely apeshit is Theta. It's number 37, went 51% up over the last week, and we'll get into that as well. So jumping right into Bitcoin, let us get into Bitcoin. Why do we always start with Bitcoin? Well, it's pretty easy. Because, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. Because it is the market driver, and all things crypto, really all crypto prices move pretty much in unison with Bitcoin, at least as it relates to USD. Now in Bitcoin value, alts can move independently. So looking at Bitcoin, we broke out of this triangle to the upside. That is when we saw the surge to about 4,100. And now we are currently riding along the 100-day moving average, which is this yellow line here. And you're probably asking yourself, what are these cute little arrows here? Well, I was just pointing out that, and if you see my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. I was just pointing out that Bitcoin has been in a series of lower highs since January 2018. So what that means is that in order for us, a lot of you asked the question, oh, is this the reversal? Like when we went up to 4,100, they're like, is this finally the reversal? No, you'll know it's a reversal when we're able to achieve a high that is higher than the previous lower high, right? So in this case, this lower high here was around 6,500 or so. And then this one here is about 4,200, 4,300. So we have to break above 4,300, close above it consistently with good volume, and then really break above 6,500. Until that happens, we cannot say that we are out of the bear market. That is what these yellow markers are here. It is just showing you or displaying the series of lower highs since January 2018. Now we are currently, again, as I said, hovering above the 100-day moving average that is acting as support now. We'll see if we break down. There is a more interesting channel now that we've, broken out of the triangle. It is now forming a new pattern. You see, ever since the breakout of that triangle, you have the resistance here, and now you can draw your support as a series of higher lows, which goes to form an ascending triangle. So that is what we're currently in since November. Now this might change, and if we do break lower than the support of this triangle, this easily turns into a sideways channel, but we are looking like we are forming an ascending triangle. However, the volume is declining, not a good sign. I personally don't think that we'll break this 4,100 soon. In the long run, yes, we will, I think, achieve even a high, matching or surpassing the 6,500 here. But in the short run, I don't know that we have the momentum to get there. I'll just say that. Looking at the weekly real quick, the reason that I want to look at the weekly is just because of this key level here that we see, which is the 200-week moving average. And we are currently still riding above that. This is the one that, we don't want to break down. If we break the 200-week moving average, you already see the 50 and the 100 crossing, which is not a great sign because the 50 is crossing below the 100-week moving average. But if we do break this, I think we'll see more downside action taking us to 3,000 or below. I said I'll get into BNB, so let us take a look at BNB real quick. BNB has been a steady gainer for us ever since we entered back in November of 2018. Again, as I said before, gaining over 100%. I did send out multiple swing trade alerts for BNB. Access to the trade alerts link is in the description. We've now added stock trade alerts too for the diamond trader level and above. We've added stock alerts, not just crypto alerts, but I've sent swing trade alerts at the breakout, at the retracement of some of these levels and the breakout of these key levels. I sent one as recent as Wednesday at the breakout of this level here, and we are now about 15%, 14.5% gain since that swing trade. But I've been in BNB for a long time, and the longer that you hold something and the more that you gain something in something, the wider you can set your stop limit, right? So my stop limit, a lot of you ask me what my stop limit is on BNB, and it is minus 15% currently. Why is it that wide? Well, because I'm up over 100%, and I plan on holding BNB for the long term because there is a lot of upside in this coin. It's already surpassed all-time highs with regards to BTC, and it continues to act as a good hedge against Bitcoin. Another coin that we made massive gains on that is now retracing just a bit is Theta. You see it is forming this massive rounding bottom here, as denoted by this shape that you see here. This is a massive rounding bottom ever since entering the market back in around May or June of 2018. It is now retracing back to levels that it saw when it first hit the market. And when I jumped into Theta, it was basically forming this bull flag here. And it hasn't formed the rounding bottom yet. And at the breakout of this bull flag is when I decided to enter with a tight stop limit, right? You really have nothing to lose except for a few percentage points. You could set your stop limit just below the flag portion of this bull flag, and once it breaks out, you can enter and ride it all the way up and keep moving your stop limit up, either using something like 3 commas or do it manually. You can keep moving your stop limit up. That way, once it starts retracing, you can protect your profits. So Theta is one that we have made massive gains on, continue to make massive gains on. The volume does look good coming in. And, this could just be a consolidation point before continuing upwards again and achieving all-time highs. Stay tuned to the trade alerts. I'll send out updates on Theta. Looking at XRP. Now, this one is really surprising to me. Now, XRP, there was a clear support range for XRP, and that support range was, between 25 and 30 cents, somewhere in this range here. And this is going all the way back to August 2018, right? There was this clear support range. Every time XRP hit this, it bounced to varying degrees. It bounced back. This time going to 37 cents, this time going all the way to almost 60 cents, and so on and so forth. XRP was listed on Coinbase. Now, it is nuts because that is one of the events that last year was driving a lot of the hopium in the crypto market was, when is XRP going to get listed on Coinbase, XLM as well? And we thought that once, one or both of those coins hit Coinbase, that we would see rockets flying. That is not the case. It got listed on Coinbase. Absolutely nothing happened. Now, I don't know if this is because, JP Morgan released a coin that essentially is seen as competition to XRP in terms of the banks, or, people are just not as excited about XRP, or because they have a ton of supply. I don't know what the case is, but either way, the Coinbase listing did absolutely nothing for it. It's hovering at around 32 cents. I still think it's a decent long-term hold. As long as you have your stop limit set. But, it really did take a lot of the enthusiasm out of the coin when it did hit Coinbase and absolutely nothing happened. Last one I'll get into is Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin, again, Litecoin is one that we bought at the support range. If you look here, you'll see that besides this anomalous dip here, which actually completed an inverse head and shoulders, there was a clear support range for Litecoin between $28 and $31, and it would bounce off of this level pretty much every time it touched this level again, aside from this anomalous area here. So once it hit that level again, and it was actually trading for a while in this tight range for the first couple weeks of January, I got into Litecoin just with the goal of accumulating at this level and seeing what happens. It's not like I had an idea of when it will rally again, but at the beginning of February, it started rallying, and now we are seeing another consolidation period, potentially forcing another move up thereafter. It is forming at a wider scale since October. It is forming this ascending triangle. You see the cross between the 50 and the 100-day, and it is now sitting above the 200-day moving average. So all bullish signs for Litecoin. The Litecoin halving is coming up in August, meaning that the block rewards are going to essentially half in value. So miners will get less, half less than they were getting in terms of block rewards. And essentially what that does is decrease the supply in the market and potentially increase the intrinsic value of Litecoin. So I'm holding Litecoin long term, and it has been a pretty good gainer for us for this year, really. Looking at the stock market really not much movement today. You do see the Dow up 0.4%, S&P up 0.6%, NASDAQ up 0.8%. And in terms of individual stocks, looking at the large market cap stocks, there isn't really anything to write home about in terms of the large market cap stocks. Chevron is up 2%. I guess that's a pretty big deal. Speaking of Chevron, one of the things I'm looking at, and again, I did add stocks to the trade alerts. One of the things I am looking at are the oil-based ETFs, right? Because the oil-based ETFs have just tanked, and they are now in this, what I see as an accumulation zone, matching the lows that we saw back in the mid of 2017. So going back almost a year and a half or 2 years now, we are seeing the oil ETFs in the same accumulation zone. They are considered rather undervalued at the moment, and they are definitely a sector that I'm looking to diversify and spread my risk in. That is it for this video. If you want access to the trade alerts, link is in the description. If you need help with your technical analysis or want one-on-one coaching with me, I have 3 slots open for March. Same link is in the description. Hit me up if you want on the Discord if you want to ask questions before signing up, but I have 3 spaces left. Oh, and the other thing, I did a drawing for the 0.03 Bitcoin. I did that on the Discord this morning using random.org. I just entered the list of diamond and above traders into random.org, generated the list, and the first person that it randomly picked, I sent 0.03 Bitcoin to. I think it was Arcelay. Let me check. Yep, it was Arcelay. The username is Arcelay. You won the 0.03 Bitcoin. So congratulations to you. If you want to be considered for the 0.03 Bitcoin, I do a monthly drawing of 0.03 Bitcoin, and I will be doing random drawings for a lesser amount throughout the month. You just have to be a diamond level trader and above on the Patreon. So if you also want to be in consideration for the drawing, link is in the description. Thank you for your support and allowing me to grow the channel as well as our beautiful Discord community. Leave a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. Comment in the comment section below. Stay safe out there. Peace.